blueprints still farmable after the nerf?
One, two,
Let's
three,
find out.
four.
The new patch says blueprint drops were slightly lowered, but they're still higher than before, so it's not dead. And of course, Reddit instantly reacts like blueprints got removed from the game. Reddit loves to complain about drops, so I went there to see if they had a solution. And to be fair, they actually did. The method is to spawn in naked. The second you find a blueprint, you shove it in your prison pocket like it's contraband, and then you just reset. You're supposed to just reset once you get a blueprint, but I'm an expedition. I need to extract with loot, so I'm testing the same idea. Go light, hit residential drawers, but instead of pocket and die, I'm pocket and toodles. 10 runs, tracked everything. Let's go. All right, game one. I spawned blue gate cold snap double map condition because that's literally what Reddit says to do. If you want blueprints, 2-time conditions, residential, and drawers. So I'm doing it exactly like they said. I full sprint to the village because it's residential area, and residential means drawer density. Find it? That's the whole method. Stop overthinking loot, just open as many cabinets and drawers as possible. And right away, I'm in that mode. Drawers, desk, cabinets, anything I can interact with fast. Then out of nowhere, this random guy walks up and just hands me a blueprint. Bro, Christmas came early. I didn't even earn that one. But I keep doing the Reddit thing, drawers, 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 and I pull another blueprint out of a drawer. At that point, I'm like, okay, maybe the residential drawer thing isn't cope. So I push a little further, hit a breach, and sure enough, another blueprint. And then Christmas comes again. Another guy helps me out and gives me one more. So game one is basically Blue Gate Cold Snap Village drawers, and it paid off. So game one is basically free blueprints, and it paid off immediately. If every run looked like this, Reddit would be right for once.
Find that just now?
And I think my live reaction says it all.
All right, Reddit. I'm not gonna say you were right, but wow.
All right, game two. Same plan as game one. Still running residential, still prioritizing drawers, still trusting the Reddit method, but this one starts rocky. I almost die early, and for a second I'm thinking this run might be chalk. I slow it down, stabilize, stop forcing loot, and just play it safe. No crazy luck this time, but I make it out alive. And for the purposes of this test, that still matters.
Wow. Two.
All right, game three. Same village route, still following the Reddit method. I'm looting with empty hands, just looking around when I get completely surprised by an angry raider posted up on the roof. I try to react and take the fight anyways. And honestly, it was close, but he ends up killing me. Still counts though. That's the risk of residential areas. More drawers, but also more people.
Ooh, almost got you, rat boy. Almost got you.
All right, game four. Back to the village again. Still running the Reddit plan, residential and drawers. This one's pretty straightforward. A nice guy hands me a blueprint, and I find another one behind the counter while looting. No chaos, no drama, just letting the method work.
Oh, there you go.
Game 5. I'm looting for like 10 minutes straight here, opening everything in sight, and I'm finding absolutely nothing. At this point, I've already accepted that this run might be a complete dud. Then I get to extract, start talking to a guy there, and out of nowhere he just hands me a blueprint. So yeah, sometimes the best loot isn't the route, it's just not being a dick.
There you go. Wow. What a nice guy.
All right, time for a map change to even out the data. Game 6. New map. At the dam, and I run straight to the research and admin building. There's high tier loot, lots of lockers, lots of chances for a blueprint. Pretty quickly I pull a blueprint out of a drawer, and then I run into another genuinely nice guy who just gives me a blueprint. So the loot part, smooth. The extract part, absolute chaos. The leaper downs a guy trying to leave, and I'm literally about to let him extract with me when another dude rolls up and starts shooting me thinking I'm the problem. I back off, he realizes the leaper did it and lets us go. One of the most confusing extracts I've had, but I still make it out, so it counts.
I'm letting him go. I'm letting him go. I'm letting him go. The leaper killed him. The leaper killed him.
All right, game 7. I get a really good spawn at the Pale Apartments in Ruby Residence. I run straight through residential and pretty quickly find 2 blueprints. One of them is a snap hook, which honestly surprised me. I wasn't expecting anything that rare. Even better, the players I run to at extract are chill, and I'm able to extract clean with some genuinely nice guys. This one just felt way too smooth. Game 8 was very similar to Game 7, same area, Pale Apartments, Ruby Residence, another really good spawn, and once again, residential comes through. I find 2 more blueprints, and somehow one of them is another snap hook. At this point, it's pretty hard to argue with the pad. Reddit might be onto something. All right, another map change to keep the data honest. All right, game 9, spaceport,
Really
cold
friendly,
snap.
huh?
So again, 2 times map conditions, still inside the Reddit parameters. I chose the towers because it's packed with lockers and drawers. I loot it bottom to top and I actually find a firework blueprint down low. Then I get greedy, clear out the top, and I'm trying to
Whoa,
leave
no
way too
way.
fast, jump, and yeah, I launched myself to my death. At least the blueprint was in my safe pocket, so it still counts. But that was embarrassing. All right, last but not least, game 10, same map, same area, and this run is dry. I'm hitting lockers, drawers, checking the usual spots, and it's just not happening. No blueprints, no luck, nothing. I'm already mentally writing this one off as a complete miss. Then I hear the extract, and I'm like, okay, if I'm leaving with anything, this is probably my only shot. So I run over, I see someone trying to get out. I'm gonna be honest, blueprint brain took over. I don't want to be that guy, but after a whole run of nothing, I'm not letting the only potential blueprint leave the map. We fight, it doesn't get that messy. I win, and I check the loot, 2 blueprints. Do I feel guilty? Yeah. Do I regret it? I mean, I needed those blueprints.
Oh, we had 2 blueprints. Perfect. The map has some.
All right, that's the data. Blueprints are still farmable, just not for free anymore. Next week, I'm running the same test without 2x map conditions. So subscribe if you want the real answer. Better subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye.